Hello and welcome to the Division 2 podcast. I've got an array of guests today. Sorry if my voice is a bit tight. I have got my tuxedo and Dicky bow on because it is awards night. It is awards night here in Division 2. We are going to be handing out some awards to the drivers, hopefully you look forward to this. I've got a very special guest who I have to reveal later on, but yeah, looking forward to this, and going to run through, although it was a while ago, the last race of the season, not too much, but you know, and more other topics. So yeah, thanks for joining, and hope you enjoy. And so on to our first section with myself and Robert. We are going to hello everyone. We're going to run through the Brazilian Grand Prix, which is obviously the last Grand Prix of F1 2017 and season 16. I mean, a little bit cleaner, I think you'll agree, than the previous race.
Well, it depends. I mean, it wasn't so clean for me. I had a few incidents, but in general, I think it was better than Mexico.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I won't run through all the quali, but I mentioned the top five. We had Luigi in first by just over 2 tenths. We had V5 in second. RJDW in third. Danny in fourth, and yourself, Robert, in fifth. So quite a tight qualifying really between the top three, and quite tight also between yourself, myself, and Energetics as well, just behind you. But how did your quali go?
I honestly can't remember. I think it was pretty good actually. I had a couple of good laps. Could have done better, but I'm pleased with the result.
No, cool. I mean, and just jumping into the race, do you have the standings in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Well, you can read these ones out, go on.
Alright. So Waluigi won the race, of course. We got V5 in second, and then to complete the podium we had RJ. And after that we have some interesting results, I would say. We have Karkinen in fourth. He started 9th on the grid. And then Stevo in 5, who started 13th, which is mind-blowing because I know I started 5th, and yeah.
But yeah, that was crazy for Stevo, to be fair, because he didn't look quick at all until the race got going, and he just, I don't know, he did seem really quick, to be fair.
You know, the thing is, every time I see Stevo starting in the back, I know he's going to be there. He's going to be in the top 5 at least. That's how he is, basically.
Yeah.
You had Danny in 6th, followed up by Dave in 7th. Another good race by Dave. He started 12th.
Yeah.
So, good recovery. Yourself in 8th. Then I finished 9th. And Maka, unfortunately, I think he had a puncture or something in the last lap. And, he finished 10th.
Yeah, obviously, and then the new chap in 11th, but I think everyone else didn't DNF'd after that, I think, didn't they?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, but you talked about Maka. I was behind that. It was a weird one because I was worried about my tyres. My tyres were on about 92%, and I pitted after Maka. No, sorry, I pitted before Maka. Sorry, and undercut him, but he was a lot quicker than me on the others. But it was very high tyre wear for a 1-stop. I don't know if you did. You do a 1-stop or a 2-stop?
I had the 2-stop. I had damage in lap 7. I kind of hit the back of Karkinen, and I had to change my front wing. I tried to do the 1-stop. That would have been my strategy because that's how I trained, but yeah, I couldn't do it. I was surprised to see Maka, you know, when I passed him in the last lap. I think I was 25 or 26 seconds behind him,
Yeah.
and finishing, in front of him, it was amazing for me.
It was really weird because I made a bit of a boo-boo personally in that race. I accidentally had medium traction on and I didn't realise, which cost me a lot of time. Because it's okay doing medium traction because you can accelerate different, but I was accelerating out the corners like I had no TC.
Yeah, I know that.
And the tyre wear was higher, and I only realised halfway through my second stint. But it was still going to be definitely a tough one stop. But I don't understand.
I realized you don't have the right settings in. I think it was first lap when we made contact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was bad. I think that was probably my fault, if I'm honest. I looked at it and I was like, there's nothing you did wrong. It was just a weird... I don't think I was that aware about where you was, which wasn't great. It was a weird one. It reminded me of the A1 ring where Macca kind of just flew off the side of my car. But this one was even weirder. You kind of, I've seen the video, you kind of like ping off.
Yeah, and I think I lost I think I was actually last after that.
You lost?
I think, yeah.
Whoa.
I was just behind Steve-O. But it made my race a lot more fun after that.
Yeah, it was...
I guess thanks for that.
I don't know if you should say thank you. But no, it was just, I don't know, obviously Luigi won, which I was personally quite pleased about. I don't know, because it was nice to see the champion win the last race, I think.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. And I mean, V5 was quick. He was really quick. I think he had the fastest lap actually.
Yeah, the time difference between the two was actually, if you look at the best lap,
2 seconds.
But the best lap's crazy. I think V5 may have made a mistake because his best lap was over a second quicker than Luigi's.
Well, I mean, if we look at the best laps, I mean, I was 2 seconds faster than you, so I finished behind you.
True. Yeah, I was on a bad strategy. I don't think that was very wise. But no, like you say, it was a good shout out for Dave. It was a good result again. He's really been strong towards the end of the season. So yeah. Anything you want to add on the race? So obviously me and Car Cannon are in your bad books. Was there anyone else that was in your bad books?
I mean, Car Cannon didn't do anything to me. I was the one who just hit the back of him. So let's clarify that.
Okay.
I want to say sorry to the new guy, to Prometheus, because we had an incident and I kind of ruined his race, maybe. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't all my fault, but I had to clarify that. Overall, I really enjoyed the race, and it was a fun end to the season.
Cool. No, good. Agreed. That's kind of that. We're going to move on to the next section, which will be the awards section for Division 2. And yeah, stay tuned with that. So, as said, we are going to do 7 awards, 4 of which were voted for by the community. We had some good responses. We actually had 13 different voters, which was quite nice, and it was nice that people got involved. But yeah, I'll start with yourself. If you want to start off with the Best Sportsman Award.
So first of all, the runner-up for the Best Sportsman Award goes to myself. I'm happy with that. I'm not sure what I actually did to deserve that second place, but yeah, I'll take it. I appreciate it. But of course, the most important one and the best sportsman of PRL Division 2 Season 16 is Ibo. Fully deserved. He is the main man when it comes to being, so fair play in every race.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I think I think I can just speak on what you did. I think you just kept it clean. It was only when you tended to give a lot of good room, but be fair with it as well. So I think that's why you were there. Ibo, just incredible. Like the way he never really got in any incidents. I think over the whole season he had one incident with Yari, which was just unfortunate. But otherwise, I think he was very, very, very clean, and obviously was just a credit to the league. So I think he's well deserved by it. And it was a fairly it was probably the most one-sided vote out of all the 4 votes.
Who would have thought?
But yeah, now we go on to the next one, which is the Rainmaster Award, and the runner-up for that was Stevo with 3 votes. I think that's definitely merited, because he had a very good performance in Austria when it rained, and I think he tends to come through the field when it rains. So kudos to Stevo. But the winner of the Rainmaster Award is Luigi. I mean, he's also the Dry Master Award, isn't he? Let's be honest. But
he's just the overall master.
but yeah, no, he thoroughly deserved that. He had some really positive performances in the rain. So kudos to him. On to yourself for the next award.
The best newcomer award. We have the runner-up is Cloudy Balloons.
Mhm.
I don't have anything to say about him. I didn't really rate him that much. So maybe you raised him and you want to say something about him.
Yeah, he's definitely quick. He's definitely quick. He's not called Cloudy Balloons anymore either, is he? I just realised.
He's always going to be Cloudy Balloons. Let's face it.
Yeah, indeed. But he's got pace. He's just a little bit temperamental, but I think he's already improving, which is nice to see. So yeah, no, kudos to Cloudy. He seems like a nice guy as well, to be fair.
And now the best newcomer is Car Cannon.
Yeah.
Fully deserved. He's really fast. He's a great guy as well. And of course he won the Constructors' Championship, so we shouldn't overlook that.
Absolutely. I think he's getting quicker as well. He seems to be getting a lot quicker than the first half of the season. And I think with the Constructors, I hope people take this the right way. I think Army and Stevo were quite evenly matched, but Carcannon chipped in a lot of points for someone that was classed as a second driver. And I think that is a testament to him. It must be tough having someone that's really quick, like really, really quick as your teammate. So kudos to him.
Well, it's actually pretty awesome. It's not that tough. I was V5's teammate last season, and he helped me out with a lot. But, that's true as well. Actually, to be fair, that depends on how you deal with pressure as well, doesn't it? I think if you enjoy learning off people, it's going to benefit you. It is definitely beneficial. If you're like Aldo, I don't think it's going to benefit you that much, but yeah.
Probably not. So we've got the Best Starter Award. This was the closest award. There was 1 vote in this. So in the runner-up was Carcannon. And yeah, he's definitely a good starter. He always tends to him and Maka tend to qualify badly, but move through the field. Don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Well, as you said, they qualify badly, and Maka doesn't really qualify at all. He's just there sometimes. But yeah, anytime I see Carcannon, starting next to me or behind me, he always has a great start.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can learn something from them.
Definitely. And I've slightly given it away, but the votes were 6 to Maka, 5 to Carcannon. So Maka is the winner, but literally by literally 1 vote. So congratulations, Maka. Maka hasn't got a lot right this season. I'm sure he doesn't mind me saying that, but his starts are phenomenal. don't know what. How many times has he I think he must have overtaken me literally pretty much every race off the start.
Yeah, I mean, every time I see, as I said before, as I see Maka behind me, and I'm literally scared because I know he's gonna be near me. I know he's gonna overtake me. So it's fun having a challenge at the start.
Definitely. Right, okay, we've gone to the more formal awards, which are less, they're not community voted because they're more quantitative, they're more factual. Not factual, but...
Well, not necessarily factual.
Well, actually, one of them is a bit contentious, but we'll go on to that. But go on, you can run through your first semi-factual award.
So we have our championship winner, Waluigi. Fully deserved it. We have to give him credit for that. Nobody was expecting V5 to lose the championship, so
no.
Waluigi proved he was fast, he was consistent, and he showed why he deserves this prize.
I don't even think Waluigi thought he was gonna win against V5. If I'm honest, I think he was always assuming that V5 would win until the last few races.
He was kind of in V5's shadow for the first half of the championship, and then he blew up.
Yeah,
but getting to V5, second place in the championship. Again, surprising that he didn't win it, but yeah, I'm happy for him. I have to say I'm a big V5 fanboy, so I'm kind of sad that he didn't win this one. Maybe next year.
I am, but I'm glad if anyone was not going to win it other than V5, I'm glad it was Waluigi, because he seems like a really decent guy. So it was quite hard because I was rooting for V5, but I felt bad because Waluigi was such a nice... I almost wanted Waluigi to be like a horrible guy so I could root for V5 more.
Too bad Aldo isn't as fast as Waluigi.
Well, yeah, depends on who you ask. One person would disagree with you.
Yeah, I think we all know who that person actually is.
And who come third?
Now, this is where it gets interesting, because in my eyes, I think I came third, and I think I deserve that.
Yep.
Maybe not, but still. Basically, Kalek came third, so...
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
There's
In our podcast championship, I came third, so let's just get that out of the way, and I guess we can move on.
I think that's fair. No, in all seriousness, like last season we had Pepita in the league and a few others that left, and we didn't include them in the standings, so I think it's kind of fair that you come third, in all seriousness. Kalek obviously wants to be in Division 2 sometimes, and then sometimes wants to be in Division 1. He's not quite sure, but he is in Division 1, so he has no points in Division 2, in this podcast anyway, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, the podcast is the most important one.
On to the constructors. We alluded to it earlier, but Red Bull, probably definitely the most deserving team, because it was nicely balanced. I think both added to the points total. I think Karkanen didn't start the first race, did he? I think he joined in as well.
He wasn't in Australia, no.
No, so it's good for the league having someone join and automatically taste some success. That must be really nice. I'd love to know how that feels, but
yeah. You know, the podium feels amazing.
Oh, does it? Oh, thank you. Oh dear, I don't know, but winning pre-season championships feels amazing too. I mean, that's a thing. That is a thing. It's my thing.
I'm surprised that you still haven't forgotten about that. But I guess it must be important.
Yes. Was it grasping at straws? Small victories. But we
should give an award for that as well.
we should have. We should have done it last season. But alas. Most points. This is a good one. This is one that you can drag us through. This is a bit of an unusual award, but I'll let you take the lead on this one.
This is the special podcast award that we have to give to V5 for the most points over the two F1 2017 seasons.
Yep.
And I'm really happy that he actually won something. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's sat there feeling like he hasn't won a ton, but in all seriousness, to be, he's been probably, I would say, 95% of the races over the 2 seasons. He's challenged both. I mean, he's challenged everyone in the league at some point. That and 2 of those guys are in Division 1. He's challenged Kalek, he's challenged Yari, he's challenged Luigi, Army. These guys aren't slow, so he should take a lot of pride in that, I think.
He's had a lot of bad luck, so
yeah,
he's gonna come back for him next season, maybe.
Definitely. But yeah, that kind of winds up the awards. There will be a couple of, hope you don't mind, Robert, but I'm gonna do one with LFC, which is the alternative awards, which is his awards. I don't know anything about it. He's made up some awards, so
I just can't wait to hear that.
We'll all have to find out who wins that. But yeah, that's the award section, and I believe we have a hot seat kind of scenario for me, as it's the last podcast of the season. So Rob's going to put me in the hot seat. So stay tuned in to hear from that. Do you?
So for our next section, we're bringing back the quickfire questions, and of course for this special podcast, we have a special guest in the hot seat. It's none other than everyone's favorite podcast host, Mark, Old School 3000. So how are you, Mark?
I'm nervous now. I've given you way too much notice to work on these questions, so I'm really worried.
Yeah, I fell asleep writing some of them down. So.
Cool. Right. Well, I'm ready.
You should know the rules, okay? You have to answer every question. If anybody gets mad, we invite them here in the hot seat to answer some more questions.
I think that's fair. I'll try and answer them as quick as I can. Literally, as soon as you finish, I will try and give an answer.
Right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
First question. Which driver did you enjoy battling the most over the course of last season?
Last season would be Car Cannon. We were wheel to wheel a lot. So yeah, season before would have been you, but the last season was Car Cannon.
Alright, fair enough. Second question. If we could restart any of the races in season 16, which one would you choose?
Monza. I think Monza would be the one, because that was the one that I ploughed into loads of people, which I think wasn't great, so definitely Monza.
Well, actually, that helped me out, so...
It helped me out as well, which apparently was a bit bad. So I'm kind of in 2 minds, but I'll be a nice guy.
For the two of us, you did well, so that's important. Alright, third question. Who do you think is more likely to score a podium next season, yourself or Maka?
I would say Maka. He's very quick. He just needs to get his head together. I'd say I'm fairly calm and I'm fairly focused when I race, and I think I'm probably near the best of my potential, whereas I think he's massively underperforming, so I would probably say Maka.
Right, fair enough. Which 2 drivers would you like to see team up next season?
I would love to see Steve-O and Tiggerby. I think Tiggerby's back next season. But I would love to see them, because they have this weird, they remind me of brothers. They fight all the time, but they have this weird respect. So I would love to see them too. They're both funny in their own right as well.
Right, and now the most difficult question. This is the final question. You have to think about this one and give me an honest answer. Who would you rather have as your real-life personal chauffeur? Aldoro or Cristiano?
Ooh. I think it would have to be Cristiano, because I have life insurance, so whilst he might crash, it's okay. And also I feel like
he is slower, so
he's
he might not crash.
And also I think I could probably deal with. It depends on how long the journey is. Like I could probably deal with Aldoro for like 10 minutes. If he was just taking me to the supermarket, that'd be fine. But if it was like travelling, I don't know, to the south of France, then I'd definitely pick Cristiano. But with the way the modern technology is moving, I'm hoping that I would never have to have either of them as my chauffeur, and I could just have an automated car.
That's the best option.
But no, yeah. Ooh, they were. That was food for thought, to be fair.
Well, that's it for this section.
Absolutely. No, I really appreciate that, and yeah, we will move on to. I believe LFC is going to gate crash this at some point, and he's going to give his version of the awards. So, in about 2 seconds' time, you're going to hear a really loud hello. And as promised, I'm going to get interrupted with a really big hello at some point. LFC, how are you doing?
Oh, very well, thank you. Thanks for the long introduction, as always.
So we're here with the second part of the awards, the alternative awards, shall we speak. Quite keen, first and foremost, though, knowing your live reaction of the award winners so far. So the champion award went to Luigi.
Makes a lot of sense, I suppose.
I mean, that story does check out with that. Constructors, Red Bull, and most points over the 2 seasons was V5. So these are the factual ones that we can't really argue with.
Right, well, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. But top sportsman of the season was Ibo. What's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I guess anyone who lets even me win has got to be a top sportsman.
Yeah, fair.
Not many people do that.
The Rainmaster was Luigi.
Yeah, he pretty much won every race that I had knowledge of or was involved in.
Yeah, to be fair.
Either by winning it or by V5 and not attempting to race.
Yeah, and I think that kind of sums everything up a little bit, realistically. And that's kind of how it rolled. New driver award was Car Cannon.
Thank you. Oh.
Oh. Sorry. Wow.
Well, that's awkward. Anyway.
Should we just move on?
I think that's probably for the best.
Alright, sorry. Best starter award is Macca. What are your thoughts on that?
Best starter award?
Yeah, like off the start. That aspect of things.
I'll be honest, I don't really see Macca from where I am.
And it's not really how you start, it's how you finish, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Exactly. And I usually finish in the pit lane.
As does he. But yeah, that's kind of the summary of it. But on to the proper section, the bit that everyone cares about. The proper awards.
Oh yeah.
This is down to you to personally, I suppose, provide. It's purely down to you.
So I am providing the actual winners of these awards.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are indeed. You are indeed. I'll give you a short list if you like for some of them. If you don't need a short list, just let me know. But I will give you a short list.
Okay, that's fine. I'll blurt it out.
Alright, cool. The Fair Play and Sport, the Fair Play Award, first and foremost. Who would you like to give that to?
There's got to be a toss-up between, obviously, Aldoro for just being a great guy, and me for letting Dave past in Hungary.
Okay. I mean, that's a tight one. I think
That is a tight one. I think I don't want to ruin it for everyone, but I'll probably give it to me.
All right, okay, go on. You can win because you did actually genuinely. You also let him through in Spa, which looked a little bit more clean. So I think we can give you that.
Yeah. I pulled over to the side, bought a Coke, filled up the car. It was good.
Yeah, no, there you go. But
I think Dave appreciated it as well. He did a lot better after I started letting him through.
after you annoyed him, his results went through the roof.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. That's what happens, isn't it, I suppose? But yeah.
he's a fighter. He's one of life's true grinders.
The underdog from the underground. That's how I
I'm not
like
sure
it.
about that.
Oh, okay. Right. We'll move on to the next award. This is the Turn Your Engine Up award, sponsored by probably the recipient of the winner. Who would you like to give that to?
Probably Ibbo, I would have thought. or Macca. Either or.
It's a weird one, isn't it, Formula One? PRL tends to, if you like it, it's a golf.
Because I don't know if Macca knows that switch exists. I think he's just really, really pushing, and he just can't understand why everyone's just that much better. Or he's just not very good. I can't work it out.
That does make sense though, because the best way to start in this game tends to be starting on lean. He's really good at starting.
Well, Dave just runs on lean, doesn't he? All the time. And Ibbo.
I don't know.
Ibbo does one slightly below lean.
There's lean and there's fallen over.
He gets the Greenpeace award for least use of fuel over the season.
But you know, I tell you what, what he did do is he did get some points this season. I'd like to highlight.
Who did?
Evo.
Who? Did he?
He did. Around Monaco, 2 points.
Now 2 points. What's that? 9th or was that 10th?
Ninth.
9th. I wouldn't know.
So, you know, come on, we've got to give the man some credit there. Best username in Division 2. Who would you like to give that to?
God, I don't even know half the people who are in it. Give me a little selection box.
Give you a selection box, okay. So we have, I don't want to say the first one that comes into my head first because that skews it. Okay, so in first we have Old School 3000. I think that's a great name.
No.
Okay. Second we have Naluigi, because that's just a great name for a race. There's two. I'm gonna do two more. In all seriousness, Naluigi, Car Cannon, and Cloudy Balloons. I think they are probably the three best names in the league.
I think Cloudy Balloons is a nice name. Don't get me wrong, but I think I probably prefer Cloudy Balloon or I don't know. But I think it, as much as it's a nice name, I'm not sure it really adds to anything in the F1 arena. Whereas Car Cannon, I thought that's one we could use in F1 18 on the alternate usernames.
That is an F1 lobby.
That's an F1 lobby using. That's a proper F1 lobby username. That
F1 Wrecking Ball versus Car Cannon. That's a fight I want to see.
What was the other one we had the other night?
Oh, Ghost Jumper.
Ghost Jumper, yeah. And there was one more. I think it was maybe not PG rated, and I appreciate this is a family podcast, so
there are some good names. There are some good names. I'm going to do one more award, maybe two. We'll see how it goes. The single best overtaker in the league. I'm not going to help you.
Don't really know.
Not going to help you.
I mean, I've heard some things about defending and aggression and corners, etc., and dive bombing and what we consider dive bombing and what we don't. So that could well go to Aldoro, that one.
Okay. All right, we'll give that one to Aldoro.
For his wonderful performance in Mexico.
Yeah, that went down. That went down, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Well received by everyone.
And finally, as a bit of a special addition for this, I want you to announce your teammate for next year.
Fucking hell! The fucking corner cut in Australia was on purple.
I might keep that.
Yeah, you can if you want.
I could probably YouTube will probably block the video. It'd be annoying. Right.
Of course they won't. Why would they?
Actually, no, they don't, do they? Alright, okay, so I want you to announce your teammate for next year.
Jeez, that would have been a second quicker as well. What a fucking piss take. Oh, now they might start to block it. If I say cunt, they definitely will.
Oh dear. Right. And God. And finally, I want you to announce your teammate for next year.
Do they get a choice in this?
No. And it can be completely malicious rumour.
Okay. In which case, I mean, I know we talk on the phone quite a lot, and I know he doesn't like to talk about it, but it could well be Robert.
He doesn't mention you as much.
I think he's a little bit embarrassed this week because he accidentally sent me a dick pic this week. Definitely didn't mean then.
Oh yeah.
Started high Macca. Here you go.
Oh my life. Yeah, I suppose it's been a season. It's been a good season.
It's been a season. It's been a season of learning and growing for me.
Okay. It's been a season of stagnation.
I understand what the league's about now for next year, and I hope I will be received back into the arena once again.
Division 3 will be very happy to have you, I think.
I'm not even sure they will they?
I don't know. But to be fair, depends on the.
Someone's got to drive the safety car.
I reckon you'll get a podium before me.
I will take your money on that.
Is there any awards you want to give that we haven't spoken about, or anything you want to add?
It's a tough one when my focus is on the Australian
online
TT
lobby.
time. Oh, it's not online lobby. No, I couldn't be doing that. I don't know actually. No, probably not. I think probably I've covered everything I need to in these sessions.
Okay. So I'm just going to.
What about you? I mean, obviously you're always asking the questions. Sometimes we don't get to hear your voice.
Not that often.
Who's going to be your teammate next year?
Who's going to be my teammate? I have a teammate, provided I'm in Division 2. I don't think I'm actually genuinely allowed to say, but.
Oh, you know already, do you?
We've agreed, but it's assuming that I'm in Division 2, which might not be the case. I might be too slow.
Is it Robert again? Is it?
I've never teamed up with Robert. I team up with Danny.
I thought you. Oh, it was Danny. Okay, sorry.
The Portuguese.
I'm getting my people mixed up. Are they both? Where are they both? They're both from the same country, aren't they?
No, Danny's got a Portugal flag, and I'm pretty sure he's Portuguese, but he lives in Macau. So I don't really know. I'm not entirely sure. But I would say my teammate is probably nobody that anyone suspects. I would say. I think if you had to guess like 10 times, they wouldn't be the person you think it would be.
Waluigi.
You're just going to guess 10 times, aren't you? No, it's I
No,
can.
I guess 10 people I wouldn't have thought.
I can confirm it's not Luigi, but that will be the last one I confirm. It's not anyone obvious because people probably assume it might be like.
That's some info. That's fine. That's good. Got some
People-
free info there.
People might assume because I get on quite well with V5, I get on quite well with Robert. Me and you tolerate
You
each
don't
other.
get on well with V5 and what you were saying to me the other day.
Oh, don't. This is live. No. It's none of the obvious people. We'll see. But yeah, no, I think that kind of rounds it out. Next time we'll be doing this is probably in 2 months if I'm alive. I am 16 stone. So
I remember those, Dave. Who am I kidding? No, I don't.
Just have to see. Just
Way too long ago. I think I was about 14.
So if anyone's listening, thank you for doing the season. Thank you for taking part, and this may well be our epitaph. So please donate to Just Giving Fat Gamer Dad's LFC Major Stroke Fund. That'll be that. And yeah, thank you very much for coming on, my man.
No problem at all. I'm about to do a purple. See if I corner cut this time.
That's a euphemism. Right, we're gonna wait.
We are going to wait. That's probably wise. Oh, this is a wonderful lap, I have to say.
You are currently bottom of my friends
This
list out of
This could
46.
be under 2 minutes.
I've got 125.6 listed here for Australia dry.
He's done it. Oh, it's fucking invalidated.
And then
Cunt. Jesus. When did that happen?
and that about sums up the whole of Division 2 for PRL in these last 2 seasons. Thank you, good night, much love. Just a note before we go into the next section, it's a bit crackly, and myself and the guest couldn't hear each other too well, so bear with us. Hopefully you can take something from it, but I wanted to let you bit in because it was a pleasure that we finally got to hear our next guest voice. And on to our next section, we have a very special guest with us.
Hello.
Hello, you are special. But we also have the organiser for the last 2 seasons of Division 2, Macca, with us. How you doing, Macca?
Hey mate, how's it going?
Yeah, really good, really good. Really.
Is anyone going through the Twitter Matt Yaldo or into our league? It wasn't me, it was Smithy. Just wanted to lay it out there. Feel free to send hate to a PRL D2 Podcast.
Chuffed to have you on. Just want to run through.
Eventually.
No, good. No, I appreciate it, man. Just want to run through some of the awards. The first one was Sportsman of the year, so to speak, which was Ibo. What are your thoughts on that?
Fully deserved, to be honest with you. Fully deserved. To attend every week, nice. Getting better, isn't it? It's getting very much better. Determination doesn't give up. It's only some of the people in our division who could actually do better.
Yeah, definitely. Also, moving on to the next one, the Rainmaster Award was Luigi. Kind of a bit weird because he's also the Dry Master, but it's one of them. Any thoughts on that?
I thought it's well deserved. I think that's where I really won the title myself. Was it around Spa? I think it was where we had that. Was it wet racing Spa? Probably.
Yeah.
Was it wet in Spa?
Yeah, it was mixed conditions.
I think that's because like V5 just completely in that race team, and I thought that's where the title began to swung in his favour. Well, like when it was every time it was raced out from Australia, I thought it was always going to be him on. No offence to V5. Stick up for my teammate.
The next.
So who was the new teammate? V5 available.
Well, I can't, to be fair, having B5 as a teammate can't be fun sometimes.
I've been part of Andrew in Division 1 and he's helping me and he's so yeah. I've used it quick guys. I know you're trying to slow me, so I believe B5 coming down for.
But moving on to the next one, which was the new driver award. We didn't. Oh, this is gets.
I think Nick deserves to win it. To be honest with you, like you've won the Premier Cup, you're doing this.
Oh, Dave. How embarrassing.
I always want to do something. But Nick, have you turned some more podcasts and races?
Say again. I didn't catch that.
Have you turned up for more podcasts and races?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
pretty
have
much.
you have turned up for more podcast races.
Yeah. Finished them all too.
What do you think, Mark? I'm not getting on the PC here, clearly.
Well, the problem with this is that Nick wasn't actually voted, but I had to do a short list, and I thought that, Energetics, Cloudy, and Car Cannon were probably slightly more
Personally,
viable.
I wanted Aldo or to win, but if you wasn't included, then Mark.
Who?
What happened to you? Why is that? This new guy.
What, Aldoro?
And Luigi, why is he not included? This new guy.
I didn't include Luigi because I think he's probably got enough from the league. If I'm honest, I didn't.
He won't tell him now.
I mean, you are right. You're the only person to point that out, and I think obviously he probably does deserve New Player of the Year, realistically. But other guys that are less heralded, I suppose. But Car Cannon won it, which was quite unanimous actually. He got 8 of the votes out of the. We got 13 votes on that, and he got 8 of them. So, but he. What do you think of Car Cannon? Have you raced him a lot?
A few guys have raced with, they've not been cracking enough. So, I think it's been a good addition to the league. If ever needed another host or an organiser, I think it'd make a great one because you know this stuff. I think it's fair to say, and how the league works.
Yeah.
And the main thing with PRL, I think, is very positive in the chat. It's very interactive, which is what we want.
No. Definitely. He's chatty. He's good for the league. So I'm glad that
the league's a better place now without him. So
yeah,
the way to look at it.
Definitely.
Fully deserved.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
And that's
about Aldoro here.
no Car Cannon.
Oh right, Jesus.
When does Aldor a positive impact to the league ever be said anymore?
I zoned out for a minute there, and I thought you were talking about Aldoro. That's fine. Sorry, carry on.
and the best.
Why Nick wasn't deleted after reason.
Well, I think you need to be a bit kinder to him, Macca, because the next award potentially could have swung. I could actually still ask Nick to vote, but the best starter award just was won by. It was just won by yourself from 6 votes to 5 to Car Cannon, but Nick didn't vote, so.
I think I probably would have given it to Macca out of pity.
But yeah, no, you won that.
The win stands. The win stands.
Well, thank you very much. Well, it proves. I'm not saying this team had one more than me. It's for more drivers. Yes.
No.
Okay, no more. Thank you very much.
Fair play. Look, we'll kind of round it up with your thoughts on either your season or the 2 seasons that, because obviously D2 has only been in existence for 2 seasons. You've obviously overseen both of them. What are your thoughts on the seasons as a whole, and where the division and the league is?
So my season, I don't. Overall organiser, I think it's been very fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone's had a lot of fun, and it's allowed us to have many more drivers. which is the better thing, like yourself, Nick, V5, Army. And it's going to be, I'm pretty certain there's going to be 3 divisions season, so even quicker drivers. You're hoping for more competition. The first season, with the whole Gary thing, being the wrong division, but we couldn't really think about that because he improved himself and he deserved to stay in Division 2 as far as I was concerned, because he earned it. But he's offering to move up, he didn't take the chance. So the first season was okay, the field spread was too much. But this season, the midfield scrap is really ridiculous.
Yeah.
You could finish anywhere, third to 40, the reality was. It was that close. What do you think? Because we're using it with me.
No,
So what's your take on the midfield battle?
like you said, it's big. You know, it's a big mix of people. I think other than V5 and Luigi, the midfield was almost like everyone could. If you had a good race and you were really good at a track, you can get a podium. So I think that was really positive. There were some guys that were quite quick at certain tracks, like Robert's quite quick at certain ones. You are, and so it was quite nice to see different people pushing for third or fourth.
Yeah.
Nick's obviously good at Mexico.
I'm very good at Mexico. Yeah.
And Abu.
Oh, yeah.
Nick, can you use this as the opportunity to bring up to Maka, as the organiser, about your disdain about not racing around Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, I want to know what the decision was to race around some of these joke races and not round Abu.
If it mattered, would you have turned up?
He would have
cancelled any weekend do to turn up for that.
It's the one race. It is the one race he would have attended.
I will do with you. I'll put on next season account for you.
That's
You
only
should
because
you should do an end of season testimonial, really.
we do the pre-season races. We could, and I think people potentially get to vote on that. So, and also it makes sense because Abu Dhabi's the last race, so it's the one furthest away. So actually, it wouldn't be too repetitive. That's why.
That's the best. But George, I don't think we get a choice, Sean. I think it's Jerome who takes it normally.
Yeah.
Choice last season.
You can sponsor it, can't
Yeah, we
you?
didn't get a choice.
Nick, you're a rich man.
Yeah.
You can actually pay. I think you can pay like I don't know the sum. It's not a massive financial sum, but you can actually.
Like $3, isn't it?
Is it $3?
How
I
much?
don't really know this right
It's
now.
$3.
It's like $3.
I can literally root around the back of the sofa and fund that. Now.
There you go, guys. Season 17, Abu Dhabi pre-season race confirmed. Get back.
Right, that's an exclusive actually. I will fund a sponsor. I will sponsor Abu Dhabi.
I dread to think. I dread to think what it will be called.
It won't be PG. That's what I'm saying.
Oh dear. Right.
There will be grid girls there.
And
I think attendance rockets up.
And I mean girls. They'll be top age, 10 or 15.
no, we're deleting that. We're deleting that.
That was for Steve-O.
That was for Steve. Alright, okay.
To rope him in.
We need to. Right, how do we carry this on? I'm just gonna try and
Right, just go on from the back of me sponsoring the race.
So, is there? Have you thought of any potential names for sponsoring the race at all?
Given that I only decided to sponsor it about 4 seconds ago, I have to give it some thought. But
Okay.
it will be. There'll be outrage about it. So that's all I'm saying.
Right.
So please, guys, tune into the next podcast. I know what's called.
I just don't even know. I think this has been the best way to round it off. I'm gonna say genuinely thank you to Maka for 2 seasons of organising, the season 15 and 16 organiser for D2, and genuinely thank you for your efforts, my man.
And we'll see you all at Abu on Saturday.
Not this Saturday. It's pre-sit. Never mind. We'll talk about it after. Goodbye from me, the random guy that does the podcast, and goodbye from the future organizer for Division 5, season 19 and 20 LFC.
Macca. Goodbye from Macca.
Not from you.
Ciao for now.
Perfect. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And on to a last-minute special guest appearance on the podcast. I have my new guest, Gary O'Donegan. How you doing, Gary?
I'm not bad. How are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. What's just out of interest, this podcast? What you wanted to sponsor it? You have done. Who's it sponsored by?
Yeah, I got a few tokens there from Air Dublin who fly. Sorry, I've just got to put the plug in quickly. They fly to Dublin from London Heathrow, London Luton, and Stansted, and Manchester Airport 4 times a day, most days of the year except I think it's St George's Day. They shut down for half an hour or so.
Excellent,
Nice.
excellent. You got one podium this year, purely because no one
Yeah,
else.
that's great. Yeah, quite an emotional time actually.
Ragazzi, I think, or something along those lines. No one else turned up.
Forza Ferrari.
Nobody else turned up. Do you think that was complicit in your podium?
Maybe. I'm not. A couple of people had got unfortunate internet problems in the areas they were located, but it's not really my issue. To be fair,
Excellent.
can only race what's there. So anyway, just to say, Air Dublin can provide nuts if needed.
Excellent. We'll leave that there, but thank you for making a guest appearance.
Kind regards there. Kind regards.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.